Hello, my friends, and welcome to Siggy Air. Today, we're continuing our trip around the world, and we are in Palma de Majorca, Spain, and we're flying to Granada on the TBM 9 and 850, which we've been using for all our flights around the world, and it's been a great aircraft to do this. So the other thing that we're going to do today that we haven't done in the past flights is to use FSHUD. I basically haven't been using ATC, and then I used ATC once, and the regular default ATC continues to drive me crazy. It's just awful, awful. So I'm gonna give FSHUD a spin today from Palma to Granada and see how it does. There have been several updates on it. I'm still using the beta version, so some of the features here will be different if you're using FSHUD on the regular version. So there's some minor things that you probably won't even notice here as I use it today. So don't worry about that. So other than that, we're just getting this baby started, and getting clearance will be shortly after. So let's go through the startup procedure here. So ignition starter on, and we're going to look and monitor the NG. Once the NG gets to 13%, we'll introduce, we'll bring the condition lever to low idle. So just about now. And we're monitoring our ITT, just make sure we don't get a hot start. And it looks like it topped at 742, so it's going down. So we'll turn off the ignition, set it to auto, and then turn off the starter. Set our generator to main and introduced our fuel condition lever to high idle. All right, the next thing will be just sort of going through and extinguishing all these annunciator lights. And the first thing we probably should do is just get bleed air going in here. And bleed air to auto, and then air conditioner to on, and the fan to auto. All right, so the rest of the stuff, make sure that the auto selection is for the fuel is to auto, and our auxiliary fuel pump is to auto. And then we can, let's make sure that this extinguish that. And then we can go in and do our instruments. So we'll turn on the AP trim to on, and then the radio's on, EFIS master on, to make sure that the gyros are on. And our lights, taxi lights, and we'll turn on the strobe and the pulse just to let them know. It's a little bit too late for that, but we'll just continue to go through the process here. And inertia separator on, and we need the pitot lights, pitot heat, and the stall warning heat. All right, so it's 70 degrees here, so I'm not sure if I need those pitot heats at the moment. All right, so let's get our clearance.
Palma clearance, November 900 Sierra Bravo, parking 212, request clearance to Federico Garcia Lorca, with information Yankee.
November 900 Sierra Bravo, clear to Federico Garcia Lorca via EPAD 2 Alpha, departure, runway 24 right, initial climb 4,600, then as filed, squawk 3754.
Cleared to Federico Garcia Lorca via EPAM 2 Alpha, departure, runway 24 right, initial climb 4,600, then as filed, squawk 3754, November 900 Sierra Bravo.
November 900 Sierra Bravo, read back correct, when ready, contact Palma ground, 121.9er.
121.9er, November 900 Sierra Bravo.
All right. So the only thing about this is that I'm using the GTN 750XI. So the ARC charts are, in this particular one, they only get updated once a year. And the update is not coming, it's going to be December 2023. So the charts and the
TOS system test OK.
Yeah, the charts and the departures or sits and arrivals and approaches might be a little bit different from what Fshud is going to give us. So that's the only thing. So we don't have a really updated. So the updates on Fshud are more current than what I have here on the 750XI. Hopefully that will be minor and would not cause any issues here. But I really like the XI, 750XI. It's really enjoy using it. I suppose I can use the free version, but I'm already in here. If I click to switch it, I've done this before and it just causes some issues, so I'm not gonna take the risk. I did it once and it crashed my the simulator, so I'm not gonna do it now. I'm just gonna continue here and take my chances. I don't think it's gonna be a particular big issue here, and if it is, we'll adapt. It's gonna be nice weather all along, so I don't, if I could do a visual rather than anything else. I'm just gonna change my tail number and use our correct and tail number, which is SIGI 1123. So this, you can do this in Fshud and it will change your tail number and it will change how ATC refers to you. So that's
Palma ground, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, parking 212, request pushback and startup.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, pushback and startup approved.
Pushback and startup approved, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123. Palma ground, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, request taxi.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, taxi to holding point, runway 24 right via Sierra Lima, November 1.
Taxi to holding point, runway 24 right via Sierra Lima, November 1, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
all right. That's actually a long taxi here, so I'm gonna spare you that, and I'll see you on the runway for just before takeoff. We'll check with you then and we'll get going.
Decimal 3, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
Alright, we're holding point here and we're gonna get our clearance, takeoff clearance over here. We just need to tell them that we're ready for departure. Here we go.
Palma Tower, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, runway 24 right, ready for departure.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, line up runway 24 right.
Line up runway 24 right, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
Alright, let's line up. And everything looks good. I got the inertial separator on. All other parameters look good. Again, it's a beautiful aircraft. These people have done a fantastic job on it.
Degrees at 13 knots, runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
Alright, we'll slowly bring up the throttle. And here we go. Looking for 85 knots. V1 rotate. A little bit of a crosswind here. Usually get that on these particular airports close to the coast here. You get the wind in Palma here on the island. On the side of the island we have a set of mountains, not that high, but the wind can come in and shoot across the runway sometimes. Alright, set up initial altitude of 4,500, I believe that's what they clear us to.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, contact.
And we have our departure, standard departure set.
119.15, Zulu
It's
India
very
Golf
nice.
Golf
Look at that.
Yankee
I'm using
1123.
AccuSeason just to inject some of the colors, fall colors
Approach,
here.
Zulu India
And,
Golf Golf Yankee 1123, EPAM 2 Alpha, departure at 2,200, climbing 4,600.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, radar contact. Continue climb 4,600, QNH 1008.
Continue climb 4,600, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
Alright. So it looks like a nice afternoon here in the southern Spain.
119.45, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
Alright, let's look at our departure
Barcelona
here.
Center,
Looks
Zulu India
good.
Golf Golf Yankee 1123, EPAM 2 Alpha, departure at 4,100, climbing 4,600.
You need to set the nav, the autopilot the nav, so we can pick up our departure here. Alright, forgot to do that.
Maintain 4,600, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
So it's not quite the same. Like I said, the arcs are different.
119.15, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
So I'm gonna select one that is just kind of close to what they gave us here.
Palm approach, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, EPAM 2 Alpha, departure at 4,600.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, radar contact. Climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level
Palma
210, Zulu
2.
India Golf Golf Yankee
That looks
1123.
good. Alright. Oh, I need to activate this. And we're going to 19,000, flight level 910. And we're gonna VS this to, let's see, maybe 3,000. So the airplane, it's going to do that, and then slowly it's not going to be able to maintain that rate. So once we get to maybe 140 knots, I'm going to IS that, and want to make sure that their cabin pressure is set. Alright, 140 knots, and so I'm going to IS that. The aircraft will pitch for that speed and will climb at that rate without really a risk of stalling here, the aircraft. Right, so forgot to set the cabin pressure, just to make sure that I set it to flight level 190. Now we're just gonna get a pretty uncomfortable flight or climb here, so we don't want Siggy or the passengers to get uncomfortable, of course. So right now at 140 knots, we are doing about 2,000 feet per minute, which is good. So once we get higher, then you'll see that coming down as the aircraft is not able to maintain that rate, and the airplane will just pitch down to keep the speed. And we already set it up for 850 mode, so when I'm going to keep it, make sure that I don't over torque it, and that looks good. Alright, things look pretty good so far on this departure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let you enjoy the rest of the flight, and we'll pick it up on our approach.
Barcelona Center 3969, code 4 November, arrival at flight level 190, descending 5,000. 3969, radar contact, continue descent 5,000, QNH 1009. Continue descent 5,000, 3969. Two 2004, cleared level 2.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, turn left heading 265.
Left heading 265. Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
Oh, that was a close call here. Come on, what's going on? See, traffic alert. Yeah, that was close. Anyway, we are set for our arrival here and approach. Hope you enjoy the views from that flight in southern Spain, the southern Spain area of Granada. And here we are in the Sierra Nevada mountains to our left here of the aircraft in our approach to Granada. All right, so let's get set and see what the instructions are gonna be here.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, turn left heading 280.
So I'm getting vectored here.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
But I already have an approach and arrival in the flight plan, and I'm doing it on the autopilot. So I'm gonna keep it there on the autopilot. As you can see, we got that approach here. So we'll just follow that and get down into the Granada airport.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, turn left heading 250.
Left heading 250. Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
All right, everything looks pretty good, pretty set here for our approach into Granada. We are on turning into final here. So I like the way that AccuSeason really portrays the colors here in the fall. It's one of the best purchases I've made. As opposed to WeatherForce, which really sucks. Really, takes a hit on my frame rate, and it really doesn't do anything more than the regular weather in the Microsoft Flight Simulator does. The clouds are pretty much the same.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, turn left heading 100, cleared ILS X-ray approach at 5,200, runway 09, report established on localizer.
Left heading 100, cleared ILS X-ray approach at 5,200, runway 09, report established on localizer. Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
All right, let's descend to our glide slope level here to capture it. We'll VS this to 1,000 feet per minute. Everything looks good. Gonna probably bring back the throttle just a bit. I can see the runway in sight. I can see the runway, or I say that runway is in sight. Just a bit of a wind from our left side here from the south.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123, established on localizer.
All right, we're established on the localizer.
Golf Yankee 1123, continue approach.
Continue approach. Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123.
All right, let's get the rest of the plane configured. We're going on approach mode. We're going to switch into the localizer frequency of 109.3.
Zulu India Golf Yankee 1123. Contact Granada Tower 118.85.
118.85. Zulu India Golf Yankee 1123.
All right, localizer captured. Everything looks good so far. Nice and smooth. Just a pleasure to fly this plane. It's just really a great experience here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I don't know if I said this before, when I got Flight Simulator, when it came out in 2020 during the pandemic, I did a flight around the world in the TBM 930. But it's a big difference from the 930 to the 850, really. This is a study level aircraft. Handles fantastic. The 930 would just really, you always got the feeling that it was just not quite there in terms of the flight dynamics. This airplane is totally different. So I'm doing this flight around the world. I'm not flying exactly where I did the last time. I wanted to have some variations here. So Siggy is also coming with me. She did that initial flight too. She enjoys this flight. So alright, so let's get a little bit of throttle, bring it down to 25-30%. Got about, we should set us one notch of flaps here too. Get our landing lights going. Should have had those at flight level 10. Alright. Ready to put our landing gear down. Just a really nice area, this part of Spain. I've been there a couple of times in real life, and it's just a fantastic area. A lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. In Granada, for example, you have the Alhambra, which is the castle, the Moorish castle there. It's just beautiful. And you know, the city is just a very nice city. Lots of things to do, good restaurants, beautiful scenery. You got the Sierra Mountains, Sierra Nevada mountains over there, and even in the summer you can see some snow on the top. That's why they call it Sierra Nevada. So alright, we're looking pretty good here on our approach. So if you see a little stuttering here, this is my OBS. I can't get away from that. Sometimes OBS just kind of stutters, and I try to maximize the settings so I can avoid that, but it still gets a little bit stuttery.
500.
Alright, 500. We're going to disconnect the autopilot and just fly this baby down. Got 107 on our speed and approach speed, which is good. I'm not gonna use a full set of flaps, as this is plenty of runway here. It's a bit of a turbulence over here. Alright.
Granada approach 7242 by the 2 Delta, arrival at point 11150.
Let's put this baby down.
11140.
Sometimes I tend to float on this TBM, but
direct Delta 05
it's alright.
Continue
There we go.
6200 QNH 1055.
Nice, nice. 155. It's pretty smooth, don't you think? And then I get a little bit off center line, but that's alright. Sometimes I get distracted here, and you know how great my landing was, and I have to keep make sure that I stay on the center line. And
Granada Tower, Zulu India Golf Golf
Right,
Yankee
let's
1123
exit here.
on final 09er.
Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123. When vacated, contact ground 121.902.
Granada ground, Zulu India Golf Golf Yankee 1123. Runway vacated with Echo 4.
all right, let's get taxi into our parking spot, which is 25. All right, so we got our instructions. Let's get going. All right, so let's get set up in our parking spot over here. And thank you for joining Ziggy Air on this flight from Palma de Majorca to Granada. And I think we had a successful flight. We used Fshud, and it didn't fail us. And it did a pretty good job. So I'm very happy with Fshud. I've been using it for a while. I've been looking at and watching all those videos from Beyond ATC, which I always thought that they were kind of like very hyped up, promising a lot, promising that it will be ready by October, promising all these things. So they came up with a video saying later on, you know, about a month ago, came up with a video saying, we had to redo everything because we are now have to inject our own aircrafts, blah blah blah. So, you know, it just sounded to me like they were having a problem with all these. They were having a problem with the program. They admit that they're not developers on this type of program, and that this is their first time doing this. So yeah, and then they came up with another video recently that, you know, they're explaining how, you know, Microsoft injects and does the aircrafts and things like that. It just was kind of confusing to me. It just sounded like they, you know, it was they were trying to justify that they're having issues with it and they're not going to release this anytime soon. I guess that the release time now is up to 2024, sometime in the first quarter of 2024. I highly doubt that they're going to be ready. But stay tuned if you're an Fshud user. Fshud is going to version 14, and it's going to be fantastic. The developer, I've been in touch with that developer, and he's done a great job with it, and it's beyond ATC. So if you're not a Fshud user, just, you know, it's $20 right now, and the update and upgrade for version 14, if you have it now, it'd probably be a good discount. So again, my friends, always fly Seiki Air. Thank you very much, and let's get this baby shut down. Thank you very much.